Good evening, good evening. We are back. We're back with no other than Principal of Mount Alvernia Prep School, Mrs. Therisa Cherrian. But before I get into Mrs. Cherrian, those of you who have been watching us these past few weeks will know that Mount Alvernia High School, Mount Alvernia Prep School, and Chetwood Memorial Primary are celebrating 100 years of existence. 100 years. So it's our centennial. And so each week on a Wednesday, I have dedicated my page to showcase the various entities, the various persons that are involved in this centennial. And as I said before, my guest is principal of Mount Alvernia Prep School, a school that my son attended, by the way. One of
Really?
the best prep schools in Jamaica. I'm not saying Western Jamaica because I know without even thinking about it that this school is among the creme de la creme and that your passes were, what do you call it, outstanding. Mrs. Cherrian, welcome, welcome, welcome to Janet Silvera, the page. It is a pleasure to have you here this evening. Talk to me about, introduce yourself properly.
Good evening, Janet. I'm so happy to be on at last. As you introduced me, I'm Therisa Cherrian from Mount Alvernia Prep. I've been in the education field in Jamaica for the past 44 and a half years. Can you believe it? I started my stint at at Montego Bay High School, and I spent 27 of my years out there. I resigned as the vice principal and took up the principalship at Mount Alvernia High School. I was there for 8 years and I retired at Mount Alvernia High School. I was rehired at Mount Alvernia Prep School in September 2016.
And you've been there for 9 years now.
And I have been here for 9 years. Time has flown so quickly, and I think it's because the education sector keeps you well occupied. School never stops. You're always working. There's so much to be done. And I guess I never realized the passage of time. And next year will mark a decade of my presence here at Mount Alvernia Prep School. I'm so happy to be here because this school is very dear to my heart. My two boys came to Mount Alvernia Prep in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And they, on reflection, used to say this was the best prep school that they have ever been to because they were so happy. They spent 8 happy years each at this school. And so the friendships that they formed at this school still exist. And they love to talk about the days when Sister Magdalene Marie was the principal at the school and her ways of what you call punishment to these naughty little boys. And I never heard about these things until long after they were adults. So obviously, Sister enjoyed punishing them in different ways. And her naughty corner in the office was a very common spot for them. So I asked them, how long does Sister keep you there? She's at least for half an hour. And then they promise her that they will behave and they go off. They really enjoyed their time here at Mount Alvernia Prep. And so they used to come home and tell me stories about the school. And of course, I also was very closely connected because I kept touch with all the teachers. In fact, Miss Bev Hall, who is a teacher at this school, is a teacher that taught my two boys. And so she always refers to them as her boys. We have Mrs. Kohal, who is also here, who taught my
Mrs.
two boys.
Kohal is still there?
Yes. So the experience that these teachers have impacted on this school and the students that have come through this school. So the foundation we give here at this school is excellent, Janet, and you will agree to that since this is
I agree wholeheartedly.
yes, yes, and
I
that
will recommend the school any day
yes,
of the week,
yes,
any time of day,
thank
because
you.
of what it did for my son,
Yes, yes,
his
but
foundation that it
yes,
provided for him.
yes, yes, and that can take them anywhere in the world, anywhere in the world. So this school is very dear to me. So when I was asked to consider coming to the prep school, I hesitated because I wasn't sure whether I could manage small children, the kindergarten and the primary section. But strangely, maybe because I had two boys of my own, I was able to fit in very naturally. It was no big problem. And I have to say, I have a good staff. And they have been here for a long period of time, long before me too. Some of them have been, and that makes a big difference to a school when the staff is a long-standing staff. So the traditions can be passed on, and you can add on more to the school as things and times change.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So listen, I know that you don't have to boast. I know it comes naturally, but I want you to tell us about your pep classes this year, because from what I gather, your school did exceptionally well, which is normal.
Normal, yes. I agree exceptionally well. That was what I was told by the ministry, by persons at the ministry, not just well, exceptionally well. And
Hmm.
I said, but we always do well. So I realized why, because 22 out of 29 of our students got a 90% and above. And that in itself is an excellent, what we call, result.
Hmm.
And the lowest were, I think, was a high 70, 77%. So
Hmm.
our percentage ranged from 97.25 to 77%, which means that they have all done well. You know, they have all done well. The students are either in their 90s or in the 80s. And there's
Fantastic.
one student that was in the high 77. But we regard that as a big progress from where she came. She did not join us in the kindergarten section. She came to us, I think it was in grade 3.
Hmm.
So, but we are happy with her performance simply because every year she made great progress. So we know that if she goes at this rate in high school, she's going to do very well. But the
I'm happy to hear you
foundations
say it
are
like
all
that.
that. Yeah, the foundations are already there, and the parental support is great. So therefore, if the parents continue with this support in the high school, the child is going to excel. So we just encourage all our students to do the best that they can. And I tell them regularly, I will not be begging any principal for any of my students. They have to go to the schools of their choice on their own merit. And so they are forced to work hard too. So I tell them that that is a mantra of mine in grade 6. No principal will be troubled by Mrs. Cherrian. None.
You told me this about maybe 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I don't remember when
Hmm.
I called you about someone's child,
Hmm.
and you said the same thing.
Yeah,
But
that's my
don't you think that's a bit hard?
but there will be exceptions because sometimes a child may be sick on that particular day,
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes something may happen. You see, if a child has the right attitude, I will try to see how I can help. But if
Good.
the child's attitude is not there, then I'm not going to foster that child onto another school where I don't know what the child will do. So even though they may, even suppose, for example, if they do not make the grade, but if I know and I've seen that they have been working really hard, I'll put in a good word.
All right. I
Yeah,
feel
I'm
happy
not
to.
so
I
hard.
feel
I'm not
better to
so
hear
hard.
it.
But I can't tell them that early because they have to work. They have
Mrs.
to work.
Cherrian, I,
And
I
Janet,
love it.
do you remember the motto of the school?
No, you mean
Now,
yours?
no, Mount Alvernia Prep School.
No, I don't know.
The
No.
motto is the worker gets the reward of his labor. So if you work hard, you have to get to the schools of choice because the teaching here is of high quality and consistently good. So you, the student, must work hard.
So let me ask you a question. Aren't there students that are not academically inclined?
Yes, we do come across them. But what I have also observed that as they go up the grades, a maturity sets in, and that motivates them on their own to work hard, because I do see a transformation of these very same children in grade 6. It's
Mhm.
like suddenly they have all grown up. Suddenly they realize that this is the year that's going to determine which high school they get to. So they do work hard, and I tell the teachers, because I track all my students from pre-K, okay, whichever point they join us, to
Yes.
see how they are going on. Because when my grade 6 teachers come to me and say, oh, so and so is not working hard, I'm able to give them a summary of what they were when they started at the school. So I track all of them. I know all their names and I know where they stand. So when I see what they are doing in grade 6 and I see that they are progressing, I encourage the teachers to just work with them. And miracles happen, Janet. Miracles have been happening at the school. But I do know that when you work and put in your best, God will be so pleased. He'll bless us.
What grade must one get in order to be qualified for government scholarship?
Now it's become very competitive. That's seen is, if I'm looking at last year's results, it was a 98%, I think. That was the
Wow.
cutoff point, which means there are so many children who are getting that and above. So I do not know what the cutoff point for this year's scholarships are like, but it
Yes.
is that's the level. So we tell our children, you have to get to the 90%, because that means you're assured of your school of choice. Now you want
Right.
a scholarship, now you put in that extra effort,
Hmm.
because once you put in the work, you have to get it if it is God's desire for you.
So tell me, what are your plans for the 100th anniversary? I hear you're planning to put in some new buildings, more
Yeah, no, no.
classrooms. How many students you have now?
Now we have 255, and what we want to do is to give more space to the children. And I do not know if you remember the auditorium that was rebuilt.
Hmm.
And this auditorium has space. It was built in such a way that we can put in a second floor in the auditorium. So
Wow.
that's going to be our legacy project, where we hope to get more classrooms, a library, and more restrooms, so that there'll be more space within the limited space that we have. As you know, our terrain does not help us to build more than what we have. And this is
Right.
why we cannot take in more than a certain number of students every year. But what we want is to give them more facilities. And we now have a computer lab that was, furnished by parents with support, external support. We have a play field. It's not the best, but that's the space that we have. That again, the parents have fixed it up. And so the children are able to get their training in football and track and field for the kindergarten children. Our space is limited, Janet. So we have to go up with whatever we have. But this is the plan, to put in a second floor in the auditorium, and that is going to cost us quite a bit of sum. So we are looking forward to sponsorships. And Janet, if you remember, this school was the school, the only prep school for a long period of time. And so quite a number of our students are the movers and shakers of our society, the region, and the world. So we hope that they will reach out to us and come forward and support us in whatever way they can. So this is the plan. This is our legacy project.
Mhm.
The next thing that I would like to have established is a past students association, because every school benefits from a past students association. And if you look around, those schools that get that support of past students, they are doing very well.
I'm in agreement with you on that.
Yes, so I would like to use your forum to extend my desire for past students who are in a position to help to come forward. And if they could organize themselves into a group, they can take this school further in different ways. We want to give the best experience to our students.
Yes.
That is the desire. We cannot rely on, individual school fees. That is impossible.
No, that can't take you to where you need to
No,
go.
no, no. So we need the sponsorship. And remember, Janet, education is all about giving back. It's
It
about
is.
service. Education is really for service. And that is what we are trying to tell our children. But it's nice to have past students come back and address the students and
Mhm.
tell them what it was like during their time, and what they did, and to encourage them. So this is my desire, to have a lot of these past students coming back as mentors to
Mhm.
our students, so that the cycle of giving and service will be continued, and it's good for the school and the community and the country at large.
So, if one wants to donate to the Legacy Project, how does one go about doing that?
We can directly what you call add to our bank account online, so we can give you the banking details.
Or
And
do you have an Instagram page? Do you have a Facebook page? Numbers
website,
that
we
people
have
can
a
call?
website where we can directly access our accounts and put in that money
What's
towards
it? What's the
the account.
website address?
That is the thing. I think it is www Mount Alvernia Chetwood Centennial, I think.
Oh, the Mount Alvernia's Chetwood
Yes, yes,
Centennial.
yes, yes.
Oh, okay, fine.
Right, right. So that is the one, and it is our accounts that are on that website.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So you can donate to that, and then depending on what it is for, you should specify, and then that is how it's going to be, what you call, allocated.
Well, I mean, we at the Jill Stewart Mobile City Run, we have already committed to 500,000 towards Mount Alvernia High School for their
Wow.
auditorium. We have committed $250,000 to Chetwood Primary.
So you have to give us
And,
something
and
too.
so we are going to give you as well
Oh,
250,000.
thank you so much.
So we will give $1 million towards the three
The
schools
legacy
for
projects.
the legacy project.
Oh, wonderful. Bless
Yes,
you. Bless you.
yes, and this is it, guys. I'm not giving away anything else to Mount Alvernia Prep, Mount Alvernia High, Mount Chetwood Memorial.
No, you can do it
That's it.
next year.
Yeah, we're gonna have our presentation when we're doing the scholarship presentation. So we are
Yes.
gonna invite the three schools to come,
Oh, beautiful.
and we will present one check of $1 million to the three schools
Ah, wonderful,
in
wonderful. But you
September.
will specify the allocation.
Yes, well, I mean, I do it publicly so that everybody knows and are
Ah,
aware. $500 to my alma mater,
yes.
250,000 to one of my favorite persons who is Therisa Cherrian,
Thank you,
and
Janet. Thank you.
250,000 to Chetwood Prep,
The
Chetwood
wonderful Chetwood Memorial
Memorial
Primary.
Primary. All
Yes, they
right.
deserve it. Yes.
That I do my brownie duties for this year already.
Thank you so
This
much,
year,
Janet. I'm
this year.
thanking you in advance.
Well, I don't make promises that I don't keep.
No, no. I've known you for a long time, Janet, so I know
Yes.
you're dedicated to what you are doing.
Dedicated to it. Let me ask
Yeah.
you a question because I saw where you said you are going to be doing a library. Are the kids still using books and libraries?
Yeah, but they need all those, what you call, the books that are catering to what they like.
Mhm.
In April, we had a book fair, a scholastic book fair. It was so refreshing to see the kind of books that are catering to the children today. It's none of what we grew up on. And the children really made sure that their parents came and looked at it, and they made their parents buy the books that they wanted. And many of those books I have not read as a child at all. These are all new books. And so the children read, but they do not want books that do not have pictures, that does not have any color. And so the modern books are catering to the what you call the likes of our students, and they do read. But we have to force our children to read, not just at this school but in general,
Mhm.
because reading and comprehension is they are vital to the success of any student.
Whether
And
we have AI or not, whether we have Chat GPT or not.
no, 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 because what's the point of chat GPT giving you all the information and you really don't know what that information is about? Your homework gets done. It answers the whatever the topic you are asked to write on, but it's not your work. And if you are asked to explain and you don't know what it is, what sense does that make?
Doesn't make any sense
No, no,
whatsoever.
no, no. Children must be able to read, they must be able to understand. And to me, many of our children read well. They read well. But when you start asking questions, that's where they start to, wonder what it is. And so they have to go and read again. So
Mhm.
my thing is we have to work on the comprehension. So through reading, we can improve comprehension. And that in itself will help you achieve all those higher order skills that all our curricula are demanding of our children. So reading is important, and children must enjoy reading. Not be forced to read, enjoy reading.
How are your spellers? I know you used to do very well in the
Yes,
National Spelling
yes,
Bee
yes,
competition.
yes. I was speaking with teacher Mr. Donald McPherson. Do you know him?
Donald McPherson.
McPherson. During his
Yes,
time
yes.
at this school, he has produced a good number of spellers who were champion spellers of the parish,
Hmm.
and they were the ones that gave competition to the spellers in Kingston. Reverend Glenn Archer, I don't know if you remember him. He was the
I
famous
do.
spell master in the East. He always looked forward to a competitor from Mount Alvernia Prep, but we were never able to get the title. We've always come close by getting a second or a third. So they have been doing well, but we went down during COVID, that era, we really declined. Now they are picking up again. This year, strangely, Janet, we did not have a national spelling bee championship at all. So this is the first time, I think, we never had any what you call the gleaners
The
uh,
Gleaner Spelling Bee competition.
spelling bee. Yeah, yeah. But I'm being told that they are reorganizing themselves and trying to come up with a better format, because there is a contention that it should be category. I mean, it should be what you call limited to primary or prep school children only, because the ones that are getting the championships are the ones that are from
In
the
high
high school.
schools.
Yes, and that is giving them what you call an advantage, which discourages children at the primary and prep level. At the national level, it's automatic that the high schooler must get it, must win the competition, older
It's
than the
wrong.
younger.
Yes, I'm in agreement with you. I
Yeah,
believe that there should be an age limit.
age limit. And
It's
just
very
compete with it.
difficult for younger children to be competing with the high
Yeah,
schoolers.
yes. But then that's the rule of the spelling bee. So I guess they will have to change the rules to allow this to happen. But we are making sure that they get into spelling because it's something that affects them throughout their life. My two boys were spelling bee champions for the parish, and trust me, if they have gained anything, they can spell very well. Sometimes I have to say, oh, by how the way, how do you spell this word again? You know, it really gives them a good foundation in spelling, and it is a good thing. It is a good thing.
So let me ask you, the legacy project, again, I want to go back to. If once that is up and running and completed, how many students will you be able to accommodate?
It'll dip, we can get in at least 300. We can put in,
Oh,
yeah,
so
we
you
can.
would be able to bring in what,
Yeah,
60 more?
yeah. And not only that, in the upper school, that's grades 4, 5, and 6, we can then start splitting the class into smaller classes. Okay, the maximum that we right now, Janet, at the school, we have only one class at every grade. And the maximum that we have at a class is 35. So if we have two classes of grade 4, 5, and 6, then we can split it into a smaller group. And so the teachers will be able to do much more with the children. That's the plan.
Ah, I
That's
got
the
you.
plan. That's the plan. And of course, these classrooms are going to have partitions that can be movable. And so we can use it for various purposes too, depending on what we need to have. So all this requires sponsorship. And we hope,
Have you gotten an estimate of how
yes,
much
yes, we have.
this is
We have an
this will
idea, at
cost?
least 50 million. And costs are always going up because all the building materials have to be imported. So it might go, but that's a rough figure that we have, around $50 million.
Mm-hmm.
It can escalate. So 50 million is not easy, but if all the different corporations, institutions come together and decide to sponsor us, it can be done within no time.
We should do some block drives.
Yes, we have to do a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
But when we do all that, I think the attention is taken from the teaching and learning.
No,
When
but
we
you shouldn't do it. You should. That is why it's important for you to have
a
a
strong
past
PTA.
students association,
Yes,
because it
that's
shouldn't
what.
be the teachers and the
No,
principal herself who is
no.
going out there to raise funds.
No, that is why I want a past students association so badly, because they can do so much more for us,
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise our attention will be diverted from what we should be doing.
Which is
And
a substantive post
yes,
of
yes,
teaching.
yes, yes, yes. Fundraising should be done by past students. That's my belief.
I agree with you. I
Yeah.
agree with you. I think that fundraising should be done by.
And I'd love to see a lot more mentorship taking place, because sometimes children wonder, why should they be at school? Their parents ask them to come to school, but to give them that sense of ambition and focus, we have what's called annual careers day, and that helps them to think about what they are in school for. But then
Mhm.
when they see our past students and they hear from them, they are going to be greatly motivated. And so this is my desire, to have this association in place and do what you can to help your former school, because your foundations were laid here and you have benefited from the school. So
See, I see Grace Finley Campbell saying true past students association. Let me just read some of the comments so far. Thank you, Sky Lawson. So where you commented on Latoya Johnson saying, wow. Um, see, hold on. Ah, this one is, it's so nice to see Mrs. Cherrian. Mr. Cherrian taught me at MAHS, which is Mount
high school.
Alvernia High School from between 1983 and 1988. And then Zayla responds by saying, yes, Sarah, Mr. Cherrian was a great science teacher. Do you remember when he punished the entire class? I believe we were in grade 8 or 9, and we had to walk around the entire school compound. Your husband punished them.
Yes,
Yes, he
yes.
did. And then he stood on the corridor and watched with a smile on his face.
Yeah, those were the lovely days.
Those were the days. Those were the days.
But
We
when
don't,
you're going through it, you don't really think that way. But when you look back,
yes.
yeah,
You know that all these things were done for your own good.
yeah.
All those sacrifices of accepting the punishment that you were given made you even stronger. For
But
me, I believe that I became so much stronger at high school
Yeah,
because of who I were and because I decided that I was going to determine who I were. In other words,
that's right.
I would define who I wanted to be in life. From an early age, I knew that, and I wouldn't allow anyone or any teacher to tell me that I was less than
No.
that, and that's why I am who I am today.
Yeah. The high school is the defining time when children realize which direction they should go, what they should do. And so the foundation is important. They fall back on their foundation.
Hmm.
They do. They
They
do.
do.
They may
So,
not appreciate the journey at that time, but they do appreciate it later.
agreed. Finally, Mrs. Cherrian, because I mean, this has been a very interesting conversation. I don't want us to go too long. You know that people don't have time to watch anything too long
That
these
is it.
days.
That is
So
it.
half an hour is good for us.
Ah,
But
right.
tell me, what are the other things that we are to come for the rest of the year as part of the Centennial celebration?
Well, at our school, we are getting ready now for our gala awards ceremony,
Mm-hmm.
where we will recognize the persons and institutions that have helped us grow up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be held on Saturday, September the 27th.
Okay.
So I would love to see past students, parents coming forward and supporting us because it is a costly affair and we will be selling our tickets.
Where
So
will it be? Where is it going to be held?
it's going to be at the main event meeting place that is
Oh,
Broad.
yes, that's
Yes,
on the bottom
yes,
road,
yes,
on
yes. It
Jimmy
has
Cliff Boulevard, rather.
yes, yes, yes. And it has ample parking. And we really, really, I would like to use this medium to, ask parents, students, past parents, uncles, aunties, community, please come forward and support us. We have limited space, 300 is the number that we are looking at.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope that people will come forward. And we also need sponsorships too, because, everything, Janet, as you know, is costly.
Everything,
Yes,
everything.
so we have been asking persons to come forward and help us, and we have been relying a lot on past students, past parents to see in what way they can help us.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope we will be very blessed to get back some kind of help. So we are working in hope, and we know
Nice.
that once parents are touched, they will definitely come forward.
Fantastic. So that's your other event, and that's about it for that completes your
No, no,
year of
no, 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 no.
activities.
We have two more events. One would be the next after that would be our evening of excellence, which
Mm-hmm.
we are planning for October the 19th, where we want to
Oh,
show.
that's
Yes, we want to.
National Heroes Day.
No, it's the Sunday.
Okay.
National Heroes Day is on the 20th.
Okay.
This is on the Sunday because it's also that weekend when we feel that people will be, free and they will be able to attend. We want to showcase our what you call JCDC performers. You know
Mm-hmm.
that we are excellent in elocution, standard English, and we stand out in the country where that is concerned. This year
Mm-hmm.
we got two national awards through two students, Jonah Hutchinson and Kamal Blackwood. They got their Best Standard English Poem category. They were the national winners. We want to showcase them. Then we have our music students that have been participating in our JCDC music mass choir and all that. Then we want to highlight the dancers. We have a dance group. So we would like to showcase all these talents and, as part of our evening of excellence that's due on October the 19th. We haven't decided on the venue yet. And in December, we will have our annual Christmas concert. And with that, we
Okay.
come to the end of our program.
Nice. I am
Yes.
going
So,
to try my utmost best to attend at least one.
yes, you
I,
have to.
I think the evening of excellence sounds really nice, but
Yes.
it's for me the holiday weekends. I always try to find somewhere to go on vacation once
Okay.
it's a long weekend. So I mean, but the 27th is World Tourism Day as well.
You mean
September
September?
27th.
September?
Yes, that's World Tourism Day.
And that's your forte.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not as if you don't go anywhere else
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that day.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that looks
Okay.
good.
Okay.
And the Christmas concert idea looks really good as well.
Right.
So
So that's how
possibility
we are going
exists.
to
I
wrap
will
up.
try my very best
Thank
to
you, Janet, so
attend
much.
one of the three events you just announced.
Yeah.
Joan Williams is online and she's saying, "Hi, Mrs. Cherrian. This is Joan Williams, former teacher at Mount Alvernia Prep School. Please give my regards to your boys."
Oh, yes, she taught my children.
And Donna Gabadon, who I went to school with, says that your husband taught her science
Oh,
also.
yeah, right.
It would seem that I was the only person who your husband didn't teach anything at
Teach.
all.
Yeah, he was a science teacher.
And I was not a good science student.
You were
So I'm
definitely, yeah.
assuming that's why I never made it into his class.
No, but then you have a chance to choose subjects too. And so you
Yes.
may not have chosen
No,
that.
I was an art student.
Yeah, you are a nuts.
Yeah, I'm still an art student.
Right, right, right. We all have our strengths, you know.
Yes, we do. Mrs. Cherrian, it has been a pleasure having you this evening. I want to thank you for your patience. Last week we tried doing this and the internet in Jamaica was just not doing it for us.
No, no,
However, this evening we did very well.
very well.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that those who are in social media land were able to hear us very well. So again, thank you for making it.
Thank
Janet
you so much, Janet, for inviting me. And I have to thank my IT tech person for staying back just to make sure that everything went well.
Good. I saw his head in the background at
Yes,
one
yes,
time.
Mr. Dehaney. Yes, yes. I was so happy that he was able to stand by. I tend to fidget and get nervous when things don't go well.
Yes. Well, I'm
Right.
happy it went well, and I'm sure.
Yes.
I mean, you already got what do you call it? Commitment from us at Just Your Mobile City Run,
Oh,
just by
yes.
being on this program
Yes,
this evening.
yes, yes.
I'm
I
sure
have
that
to
other
thank you.
persons watching will make contact with the school and see how best they can assist,
Yes, that's what
particularly
I
the
do now.
students who attended
Yes.
the prep school.
Yes, those who are in the age group of 40, 50, you know, because our school is
Yes,
100 years
yes,
old. I
yes,
don't expect the immediate past students to help, but they can come and support our events. But
definitely.
the giving back, I'm expecting those who are in a better position, like the 40s, the 50s. They are more
Thank you.
settled, more settled.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Janet. It was a pleasure speaking with you. I could go on and on and on, but you know, I guess we have your time. We have a time limit.
Yeah, and it's reggae something, eh?
Right,
Tonight is
right, 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 right.
black party night. I
Oh,
don't
okay,
remember what they're
okay.
calling it. I think it's there's another name for it, but I'm going to that.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm gonna go take some rest, maybe
Yes.
an hour or so, so that because I'm working, not because I am going to party alone. I'm gonna party, but
Of
I'm
course.
going there to work.
Okay. Yes, yes, because you're reporting on the event. I read
Yes,
the
I am.
articles, you know, so I do see what you do. And
Thank you.
you're
I'm
all
glad
over the
that you
place,
read.
all over the place. And I
All
get
over,
very
all
excited
over.
when you do.
Oh, guys who are watching, Sunday is my birthday, my
Oh,
60th birthday,
what?
July 20. And
Oh,
Monday, I'm flying out for Istanbul, Turkey. I hope you guys will follow me on that trip because
I
I'm going
wouldn't
to be
mind.
having
I
a
wouldn't
lot of
mind.
good
Turkey is a
time.
historical country.
I can't wait. I'm very excited about that trip.
Yes,
Take
yes.
care.
Take
All the
care.
best.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Bye.
listeners. Bye bye.